Hello guys, my name is Shita Besania. Today our topic is Kathmandu. Kathmandu summary will help students learn about the story written by Vikram Seth, which is an extract from his book Heaven's Lake. This story tells us about that author's visit to the capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. We see that he was coming from China to visit India via hitchhiking. In this hitchhiking, the crosses Tibet and Nepal. Thus, this story gives us an account of the experience in Kathmandu. This traveler gives an insight on his trip to the city and what he feels about it. On his trip in Kathmandu, Vikram visits the two most popular temples of the city. One is the Pashupatinath temple and the other is Budhnath's Put. He notices the difference between the two temples and the atmosphere surrounding them. Thus, through Kathmandu summary, we travel to the city without actually giving their thought Vikram's magical words. Vikram Seth describes his visit to the capital of Nepal, Kathmandu, through his excerpt from his book Heaven Lake. During his trip, he visited two temples where noticed stark differences between them. One temple was a pilgrimage from Hindus, the Pashupatinath temple. After that, there was the Budhnath temple, which is for the Buddhists. He notices that they restricted the entry at the Pashupatinath temple the only Hindus. Thus, there was quite a church amongst the tourists, perished, and the pilgrims. To top it all, people were polluting the river Bhagmati by washing cloth in it, bathing in it, and throwing away dry flowers in it. After that, he went to Budhnath temple. He showed that the seniors her was completely different from what he saw at the Pashupatinath temple. This Buddhist temple has a hug dome, which is white in color. This Buddhist temple had a hug dome, which is white in color. The place was very calm and serene. Outside the temple, there was a Tibetan market, and people were selling bags, clothes, ornaments, and more. He notices that numerous things Kathmandu offers from religion places to many tourists destinations. Moreover, it also has various shops of antiques, cameras, cosmetics, chocolates, and more. Nonetheless, it is also a very noisy city, from the car horns to the music and vendors. He he enjoyed having a marzipan bar, corner Coca-Cola in the city. After that, he also read love stories, comics, and readers' digest books. On returning to Delhi, he thought of taking an adventurous route, which comprises of a bus or train journey and a boat ride, but he dropped the idea, for that would have been too tiring. Thus, he booked a flight back. He saw an interesting float seller outside his hotel. He had a pole with a lot of floats on it and shimmering like a porcupine body. The flute seller kept playing his flutes and also did so in different tones. But what set him apart from the other flute sellers was that he played the flute thoughtfully. He did not scream to attract customers. He played it. This attracted the author, and he wondered the flute it was so common all over. Then he compressed it to the human voice and say how he is noticing even the little things now. Okay, thank you. Hello guys, my name is Shita Bhesania. Today our topic is my childhood. My childhood summary deals with the famous biography Wings of Fire of the celebrated Indian APJ Abdul Kalam. My childhood refers to a section in this book. This section or chapter talks about the early days of Kalam. Furthermore, the chapter give us an idea of how the childhood of Abdul Kalam prepared him to become a successful scientist and president in the future. Much has to do with his upbringing, which Kalam discusses in this section from Wings of Fire. Moreover, Kalam tells us about his parents and siblings her. He also mentions the important role of his friends in his life. In short, one can say that in my childhood, Abdul Kalam mentions everything that had an impact of his life. These things shaped him into the successful man he became in the future. APJ Abdul Kalam was born into a Muslim family that was middle class. Furthermore, he had 3 brothers. Moreover, Kalam also had one sister. Furthermore, his father and mother were both of good nature. Moreover, Kalam's childhood house was inextral. The father of APJ Abdul Kalam lived a life that one can say was very simple. Nevertheless, his father made all the necessities available to his children. Furthermore, his parents didn't have any education and they were also not rich. Moreover, many outsiders ate with the family every day. Also, Kalam had the qualities of self-discipline and honesty due to his parents. Kalam's family was secular in nature. His family gave an equal amount of respect to all the religion. His family gave an equal amount of respect to all the religion. Furthermore, there was participation from his family in Hindu festivals. Moreover, Kalam had stories of the Prophet and Ramayana from his grandmother and mother. All of this clearly shows the secularism present in his family. Friendship was infinitely in Kalam's childhood. Furthermore, he had 3 friends. Furthermore, 3 religion backgrounds were different. Moreover, there was not a track of feelings of discrimination among those friends. All these friends, including Kalam, went into different professionals. In 15th standard, a new teacher came to the class of Kalam. In class, Kalam was wearing a cap. This cap certainly gave Kalam a distant Muslim identity. Furthermore, Kalam always said never Ramananda, a Hindu parent's son. This was something that he knew teacher was not able to tolerate. Consequently, Kalam was required to sit on the backbench. After this incident, both of friends felt very sad and told this to their present. Furthermore, Ramananda's father met with the teacher of inform his not to spread the social equality, and communal hearted. He made a demand. He made a demand that the apology must come. Furthermore, in case of refusal, the teacher must quit. Consequently, there was information the nature of the teacher and an apology come from him. On one occasion, a science teacher of Abdul asked him to come to his home for dinner. However, the wife of the science teacher didn't agree to survey Kalam due to her belief in religion segregation. Consequently, the science teacher made a decision on survey food to Kalam. Furthermore, the teacher himself sat beside Kalam to eat a meal. The wife of the science teacher was observing all this behind the door. The science teacher gave the second invitation to Kalam for a meal next weekend. This time the wife served with her own hands, but from inside the kitchen. Kalam's upbringing come to an end when he received permission to go Ramananthapuram. From further studies after the end of Second World War, his father and mother certainly loved. However, this love didn't mean they focused their decision of Kalam. Okay, thank you.